Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because he was told he lacked originality and creative ideas.
Messi was diagnosed with growth hormone deficiency at the age of 10 and was told he would never be able to play football again.
Bill Gates watched his first company crumble.
So, what's the one thing common amongst all these people?
These people, in spite of all the obstacles hurdled their way, and the world telling them that they couldn't do it, they dared to dream.
And as it said, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So imagine with all your mind, believe with all your heart, and achieve with all your might.
There were roadblocks and there were obstacles in your way. But that didn't stop you. There were times when you ran into a wall, but you didn't turn around and give up. You figured out a way to climb it, go through it, or work around it.
And that is exactly what we're here to celebrate today. Your hard work, resilience, and dedication that has finally led you here to this moment.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to you all. I'm your host, Mashal Ghaffar.
And I'm Ridai Zahra, and we welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the certificates distribution.
To commence the ceremony, we begin with a recitation from the Holy Quran, followed by the national anthem.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
Without further delay, we'd like to invite on stage a man who needs no introduction. Please welcome the President of ICAP, Mr. Nadeem Yusuf Adil, for the welcome address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. First of all, I'd like to apologize for my late arrival. It was because of the delay, because of the huge traffic jam. It took me just about 20 minutes to just take a U-turn and come into the hotel. Past presidents, council members, Mr. Hassan Ali Abdullah, our guest speaker for this evening, chairman and members of the Southern Region Committee, our newly qualified chartered accountants, proud parents, and their families, distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon. On behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, its council, the regional committee, and the entire management team, it is indeed a great pleasure for me to welcome you all on this occasion. My dear young colleagues, today's gathering is all yours. It is to acknowledge your hard work and accomplishment with your families, your proud parents, members of the fraternity, and other distinguished guests. I would like to extend my heartiest congratulations to you all and your families and the great achievement you have managed to achieve. You are indeed very lucky to have earned this coveted piece of paper today. We see a certificate in hand. There is no one to stop you from conquering whatever you set your heart on. Today's theme, Imagine, Believe and Achieve. Today's theme is indeed very relevant for today's occasion. If you can imagine, you can achieve it. And if you can dream it, you can become it. No one can stop your journey to your dream. Never underestimate your own strength, for you are blessed with the power to achieve. Just now you've heard the examples of Messi and Einstein. We've heard so many examples of greatest achievers. But today, taking benefit of this occasion and taking benefit of this great theme, I would like to share a story of a dreamer, of a young child who loses his father at the age of 12. Landed with the responsibility of looking after mother and two younger sisters, this guy starts his journey looking after the family, earning bread for his family. Surely at this age, after having lost his father, he could not really afford a full-time schooling, so he puts himself through night schools and gets up to the graduation level. He manages to graduate, and then he starts a regular job. But then again, after a couple of months, couple of years, he thinks to himself and asks himself, is this something that I want to do? Is this something that I want to be known for? And the answer was no. He did not want a very ordinary life. So he was working for an American company where he used to have all these chartered accountants coming in, and he was very impressed by the kind of respect they used to get. So he ends up registering himself with a firm of chartered accountants, ends up qualifying, and then the day he qualifies, he goes to his principal and then tells him that he wants to start on his own because he was a dreamer and he did not want a very ordinary career for himself, because he used to think that what am I going to tell my kids and what am I going to tell the society as to what I want to achieve. So with this dream in mind, he starts his own practice as a chartered accountant with a 12 by 16 room with no clients in his hands. At that time, Ferguson, mashallah, is still the biggest firm. At that time, Ferguson had 12 partners. And since he belonged to a Mehmet community, there were 12 chartered accountants belonging to that community. He approached each and every single one of them, offering them to join hands so that we can get as big as Ferguson. Because he had a dream of becoming an institution. He just did not want to end up as a sole practitioner, and he wanted to have something big. But unfortunately, no one could understand his dream, and none of those 12 chartered accountants that he approached to join hands, none of them joined him. But he did not really give up at that point because, like I said, he was a dreamer and he wanted to become an institution. He wanted to form an institution in his own name. So he carried on, and after a long and hard struggle of more than 30 years, he ends up becoming a managing partner of one of the big four firms that is known to all us today. This is a story of nobody else other than the founding partner of Deloitte, Yusuf Adil, and the past president, Mr. Muhammad Yusuf Adil himself. And I'm lucky, and I consider myself as a very lucky person to have him as my father. I never had to look anywhere else for motivation or for inspiration. His heart was set on one thing because he believed in himself and he believed in the hard work, and he believed that once you set your mind to anything, you can achieve anything. So belief in yourself is the one thing that is something that I wanted to communicate to you, because this is one quality that takes you all the way to your goals. I'm so happy to welcome you all to the beginning of your new and a dynamic life ahead of you. The second point I wanted to make this evening is about giving to the Institute. You all have, mashallah, achieved this great milestone. You've qualified as a chartered accountant. But ICAP whatever it is today, it has not become what it is today just like that. In the last 55 years, a lot of hard work by the council members, his regional, his executive, has gone into making ICAP what it is today. So since inception, the membership of the Institute has upheld its ethical norms and core principles and values within the Institute. The repute and the standing that ICAP commands today is due to the determination, courage, and loyalty shown by the members and the leadership. It is because of the hard work of our previous past presidents and all our council members and all our people who have contributed a lot to this great institution in making it what it is today. That few members, when we started with a few members, and now we make the mark and presence felt both locally and internationally in the development and growth of various spheres of business and economy. I was very pleased to hear the name of ICAP being mentioned in the IFEC Council in the meeting that I attended in Brazil only last week. That council meeting was attended by 400 representatives from 100 countries. Now imagine the name of ICAP being mentioned among so many representatives from 100 countries. And so I was really pleased, and I felt really honored to hear the name of ICAP in such an august gathering. ICAP offers great services to the nation by fostering and nurturing the young talent like yourself for leadership for tomorrow through its unique system of education and examination. You all are to undertake upholding the enormous trust put in our profession by our founding forefathers and carry forward a tradition of excellence and partnership in nation building. You need to come forward and work for our institution. Remember that life is an amazing journey, and as you embark on the journey of your life, don't forget the lessons of life. Nothing is impossible, but nothing is possible without putting in the hard work and sincerity. It won't always be easy, but remind yourself that I can and I will. In the end, I would like to laud SRC for their dedication and hard work in putting together this magnificent and memorable event, and congratulate all of you and your proud parents and your families on achieving these great milestones in your life. May Almighty Allah bless us all and our beloved country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nadeem Yusuf Adil. That was indeed inspiring.
Our next speaker has served as the president of ICAP in the year 2012 and 2013. Please welcome Mr. Ahmed Saeed.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Mr. Nadeem Yusuf Adil, President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan. Mr. Abdul Rab, the Chairman of the Southern Regional Committee. Zafar Subhani, Past President of the Institute. Council members, dear parents, young chartered accountants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. We gathered here today to welcome and pay a warm tribute to 158 chartered accountants who are joining a fraternity today. My dear young friends, I applaud you on your clear and remarkable imagination. I commend you on your strong belief in yourself. And I salute you on achieving the goal that you set for yourselves. My friends, CA examination is not a bed of roses. It's much different from others that we have in the marketplace.